There's one way to avoid confusion in a conversation. Ask the person to repeat back what you said. And why do I say that? It's actually part of what I coach people on. I was on a call today with a client and we discussed that, and he was taking notes because obviously I want to help people. That's my job, to help people live life on purpose, not by accident. It is not just about money. It's about the 6 inches between your ears and learning what you need to say or do to, ensure that you have a great relationship with people, that you have a good connection with people. And part of that is we as a society communicate with one person or a group of people, and each person, let's say you're communicating to 10 people, is going to interpret what you say a different way. And that reason is they're 6 inches. So the person you're talking to, their 6 inches between their ears causes them to interpret what you're saying and based on the mood of what they're in. So it can be the fact that, it could be even in print. It doesn't even necessarily be verbal. It can be somebody that texts you something or puts a post up and you interpret and read it. Or again, it can be audible. You're hearing it from somebody. And if you're in a shit mood, stressed out mood, depressed mood, have lots of anxiety going on, you're going to interpret what they say, whether it's verbal or in print, based on your 6 inches. So I know myself, if I want to ensure that somebody understands what I'm saying or I'm understanding what they're saying, I will literally say, you know what? Thank you. This is what I hear. Or you can say to somebody, you know what? I've just finished telling you that just so that we're on the same page. So just be kind about it. So just so that we're on the same page, there's no confusion and we understand one another. Do you mind telling me exactly what it is that I just said to you? How do you interpret it? And it's not offensive to ask that, right? Do I always do it? No, I don't have to do it all the time, because I do have people that are critical thinkers in my life that get it. They don't have to be questioned whether or not they get what it is that I'm saying. And if I'm unsure, even the people I know, I'm a type of person that studies human nature and the human condition. And if I see the certain body languages or tonality or tension in anywhere on their body, if I'm looking at them, I can tell, shoulders up and whatever, then I'll just, I even if they're somebody I've known forever, I'll question it. I'll just say, hey, you look a little stressed out. What it is that I was saying, I'm not sure. I just want to make sure you were tuned in. You look like you're 1,000 miles away. What's up? And have a conversation with them. Let them release what it is on their mind, and then talk about to them what it is that you wanted to get across to them. And then you can still say, hey, you know what? I'm not sure you got what I was saying because you look a little, you were stressed, or maybe you start the conversation out that way. Hey, you know what? You look a little tense. Just to make sure we're on the same page, can you tell me exactly what it is that I was saying to you? And, if you didn't quite catch it all, I can repeat it, right? I don't mind doing that. I just want to make sure we're on the right page, right? So you can do that when you're communicating with somebody, or if they're communicating with you, you have every right to say, you know what, I kind of want to make sure that I get what you're saying. So this is exactly what I heard, and reiterate it to them, right? This way, you don't have any butthurt feelings, any lack of clarity on exactly what it is that you're delivering or they were delivering to you. And you can do that in print as well. Sometimes I've gotten comments on things or texts on things that people have sent to me or I've sent to them. And I'll just say, hey, you know what? Let me clarify that for you. And that's another thing I've started doing, and I'm going to do it more often, is I'm going to send videos to people. If I want to instill or ensure that they get what I'm saying and they can see me talk, they can see visually exactly what it is that I'm presenting, they can hear my tonality, send them a quick video. There's nothing wrong with do that. On Messenger, a lot of people now, and I have started doing it more, and I'm going to start doing it just about 100% of the time, unless it's like, really short sentence, send an audio message. Most smartphones, you can send an audio message back and forth to one another through texting, whether it's an Android, whether it's an iPhone. When it comes to dealing with products like Messenger, you can tap and send an audio message, and then people can hear. right? Even if they can't see you, they can hear. Sometimes hearing is way better than just seeing it in print, because hearing, they can hear what your tone is, again, what your intention was, and they can tell whether or not you're sincere through your voice, right? Video is still the best because they get the best of both worlds. And then that video can hit the person's language of communication, whether they're auditory or they're visual. Some people are a combination of both, but usually there's a primary language that people respond to when it comes to sound or whether they're visual. And video takes care of both. But at the minimum, audio at least gives that person the opportunity to less likely to interpret your message wrong because they hear you say it. Yet when they read it, whether it's text or whatever the case may be, a social media post, they literally are interpreting it based on the 6 inches between their ears and whether or not somebody pissed in their cornflakes that morning or 5 seconds ago that happened to them or whatever. So you can help yourself in building and developing of relationships with others, right? By literally asking them to explain it back to you, first and foremost, sending an audio message, sending a video message, and don't be afraid to ask for clarification. It's a great way to have stable relationships and friendships with others, whether they're family, friend, significant other, or client, just like I talked about today with one of my clients on our coaching session. I look forward to talking tomorrow. God bless you all. Peace out. Stay out of trouble and stay safe.